Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Are you listening? Can you listen to and see if my voice is coming through? It smells like peanut butter. Mm. Alright. Smells like peanut butter in here. It's kind of laggy. It might take a second to come through. You hear anything? Okay. That's what I thought. I don't know how to turn it off. Oh, wait. All right, all right. I think we're getting ready to start. It's now 6 o'clock Central PM, of course. And I think what we'll do is just kind of roll into things. No rush. Let's see here. You can kind of see my cursor going around. My first wave hello, 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 hello. All right. Let's see. I'll get myself on here. All right, we gotta get that there. We're gonna be watching that today. Let's see. Next up. How about this? You can see Twilight. Twilight! Oh, there he is! My little dude. And next it's me. Oh, there I am. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, I think I'm gonna make this a little tad bigger. Yeah. Maybe push it down a little. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that looks pretty good. You know, this is actually gonna be my first time using a PowerPoint on a live stream. Normally I just have, you know, just have my stream going, so this is something a tiny bit new, I guess. Okay, well. Okay, there. Good. So, here we are. Welcome, 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 welcome. I am so happy to be here. My name's Morrachi, and I have been streaming and doing VTuber stuff now for about 4 months. I think I started back in June. So it has been a fun little ride here. I started off doing a lot of gamer stuff and slowly kind of transitioned into more content on YouTube. So that's sort of where I'm currently at, but I wanted to do a little bit of a official debut. A lot of times YouTubers will do this. It's normally meant for introducing yourself, but also a lot of folks say that it's not necessary anymore, but I just thought it'd be kind of fun to do a little introduction, you know, something a little official, just a little hello. All right, so, and then also I think it's important too, because I do have a lot of lore and background, and there's a lot I want to do, and I would love to share with you all, so I just wanted to make sure I had at least one place that I was able to explain all of this, so here we are. All right, here is my cute little PowerPoint that I worked really hard on. I worked really hard on it. It's not super amazing. I know that some people will like go out and have like a whole like performance and everything, but I'm just gonna be myself today and do what I normally do, and that's just be chill, be chill. I like to be, you know, pretty chill most times on stream. Kind of like Bob Ross in it, you know? You know, really just take a moment, breathe, and think happy thoughts, you know? Okay, well, anyways. So, official live stream today. Let's get this rolling. Whoop. Oh. Oh. Yeah, transitions. Okay, so here's my little logo. I'm going to try to keep it consistent with this logo for a while. I've got my name in Japanese just for pronunciation's sake and for fun. I've got the corgi there. And his markings are a little different. I think that later on, as I progress in my VTuber career, I'm going to probably change him up a little bit. Maybe not have 2 stripes going up his nose, instead maybe just 1. So just a little bit about that. And hello, we already did that. Hello, I'm Morrachi. Welcome. Okay, and let's hop in. So I kind of want to start off with a little bit about myself and the lore. So, like I had mentioned earlier, I have a lot I want to talk about, and lore is definitely one of those things where I could go on probably for days, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to give you the short and simple. To start off with, my backstory is a little bit about being a treasure hunter, mostly a space delivery lady, kind of like Amazon in your dimension. But mine's Nozama, so that's who I work for. And we're a space delivery company, and I go around all over the place delivering all sorts of stuff. And because of how long the flights are, I like to vlog a lot of my stuff, vlog hobbies and things, because it gets a little lonely out here with all that time. So that is kind of my spiel. That's the short. And a couple more important things is that I do have Twilight, my corgi. He is what keeps me sane when I'm really bored on these long flights. My ship is the Alex Birdie, and it has a human-like AI who you will, I'm sure, see and hear frequently throughout my streams. So that's pretty fun. You'll hear and see both of them. Don't worry, you're not going to miss out. Okay. A little bit about myself. So, my birthday's February 14th, and I'm forever 30. So, that's not going to change. I figured that it'd be nice and easy just to keep my age there. Not have to worry too much about it, you know? My height is about 5 feet tall, pretty short, and of course my eyes and hair are brown. I'm pretty normal, pretty average. Not too much happening here. My job is a space delivery lady. We kind of talked about that earlier, and my home planet is Temi 066, and we'll, you know, I can tell you more about that along the way. But a couple of my personal traits are that I'm pretty contemplative. I obviously have a lot of time to think on these flights, and I like to try to understand a lot of different situations and scenarios, so I try to be understanding to what people are going through and understand just the world around me. So I like to also treat others how I'd want to be treated. So I feel like being kind and compassionate and caring towards others is important. All right, and a little bit more what I like. What do I like? Well, when it comes to playing video games, I do like platformers quite a bit. Recently, I went through and played all of Banjo-Kazooie. That was kind of the first video game that I streamed live, and I did that for about 2 hours a day. I started off at 3 times a week, but I think, like I had mentioned, I'm kind of going towards content creation and would like to keep going in that direction. I feel like it's, I like it a little bit more than doing live stream, honestly. But I will be continuing to do a few here and there as like a special event and such. Okay. And let's see here. I also really like to do creative-based games. So when I say that, I mean things like Animal Crossing, for example, where you can like build your own house. The Sims even, I kind of consider those creative games, where you're allowed to really just make it your own, and I find them very relaxing and enjoyable. Raft also, I would consider one of those. Consider that a creative-based game. You're just building your raft for the most part of the time. You can follow the storyline, of course, but I love to play that and talk along with it, just really quietly and chill. Sort of ASMR, you know what I mean? And then I also do enjoy playing multiplayer games. I love playing with friends. Recently, I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 with the Lake House, which has been great. You can watch those streams, watch those VODs, I mean, on YouTube. I've been trying to record all those and then post them over on my channel, so you can check it out. And also, I enjoy survival games. Oh my goodness. I really got into 7 Days to Die. Normally, first-person perspectives make me feel kind of ill, but I got super into that one and really, really liked it. It was like I would go to sleep at night and then I'd wake up because I was dreaming about it for some reason or another, so that was fun. I haven't played it since, even though it's still in early access, because I felt like there was a lack of storyline to go with it. At least with Raft, there was a storyline to go along with it. You could actually like complete the game, and I don't know, I feel like 7 Days to Die just didn't have that. It had a really good process, and you could play with other people, which I loved, but you know, after a while, once you got to the higher levels and things, it's just yeah, it's kind of meh. So let's see. Oh yeah, and then board games. That's, you know, very tactile and physical. I'm probably not going to be streaming that anytime soon, just because I'm not really sure how I would do that. So maybe one day if I figure it out. Alright, some of the themes that I really enjoy are zombies, horror, post-apocalyptic shows and things, books. I love survival. I like to think of, oh, what if I was in that situation? Would I be able to survive? Would I be able to do it? You know, I like to think myself that I could, but who knows? Who knows? Alright, and then I also do enjoy ASMR quite a bit. There's kind of a little backstory on that. When I was growing up, I used to have friends who would draw pictures for me and of me for fun. And when I would watch them do their drawings, I remember having this like sensation of just feeling very comforted and had like tingles. And I was like, okay, whatever, cool. I really liked that. And I didn't know what it was. I just thought it was a, you know, weird thing that I did. But when I got older and started learning about ASMR, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that's what that was that whole time. So I think it's really cool how, you know, it's becoming an actual thing over the last, I don't know, 10 years maybe? Whereas back when I was younger, that wasn't there. So I'm really glad that it has a name now. What else? Animals. Oh, good. Oh, good. Of course, I love corgis. Oh my goodness. They're the best. I just really enjoy them. Of course, Twilight is a corgi, and he is a very wonderful dog. He's very bossy, and he knows what he wants, and he'll do what he wants to do, whether or not I want him to do it. But he's a very good listener most of the time, and he's just loud and likes to get a word in every now and then. I'm sure you'll hear him at some point or another in these streams. And then I know that they're not real, but if they were, some of my favorite animals would be Pokemon. I think I'd be a Pokemon hoarder. It would probably be really bad. It probably would be a situation. But yeah, I love Pokemon. I have played many of the games. I love the card game, and I have been in and out of collecting those cards since I was like 10, something like that. Many years. And I kind of like put it in hibernation mode for a while there through college and sort of my early mid-20s. And finally, I kind of picked it back up again. I don't know, maybe like 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. I started picking up the cards again, and I really got into it. Now I even have like a catalog for keeping track of what I have and what I need to get. Did you know there's like 17,000 and some cards that you can collect? It's insane. Anyway, I'm sure you want to hear all about Pokemon today. All right. Anyways, other things. I like clothes. You'll see as I go through and as you see art, I do enjoy having different clothing. Let's see. I like art and I like making art. I love to learn. Kind of always trying to learn new things every day. In fact, my favorite type of books are nonfiction. Isn't that funny? All right. I also like going on adventures, doing new things. Some of my favorite adventures to go on are cave explorations. Oh, they're just fascinating. Go spelunking. I would love to go into a cave and be able to touch everything. I know you're not supposed to, though. It ruins the environment. But we can use our eyes, I guess. Look with your eyes. Okay. And then, of course, I like to find bizarre things to add to my collection. So I've got a ton of rocks. But I think as we continue going on these adventures, we'll find some new things that might be a little more interesting. We'll see. Okay. All right, next up. Okay, I've got a question for you all. If you want to answer in the comments, that'd be great. So I was able to bring my dog into space, and I was wondering what item or friend from your real life would you bring into the interstellar journey to remind you of home? So feel free to answer that. Like I said, I brought my dog. And one of the other things that I brought with me was a garden. A lot of people will use a garden in their spaceships to do more research, and they will also use them as a way to get some fresh food. Like you can always, use a transporter, but growing it is just something else. There's something very relaxing about it. Reminds you of home. The greenery is nice. So I've always liked having that. And there's other people too that do it. So what would you bring with you? Do tell. All right, and then I'm going to move into a different section here, and that is about my parent, which is Rachel. And I'm just going to go into her perspective for a moment, and that is, as Rachel, I am the creator of Morrachi, and I have been contemplating making her and also her story and everything for quite a long time. It's really been coming together very quickly, though, over the last several months. A little bit about me is that I'm 33, a Libra. Some of my favorite things to do are sunbathing. I love hot tubs. I love eating. Come on, y'all. Don't you love eating too? Oh, it's great. All right, I love being creative. And then my job in IRL is to obviously create content. I'm a fine artist and I am a project manager, so I'm pretty organized. Face reveal, probably not, because let me tell you here. Next section. Why VTubing? The first thing, I want to keep my image private. But I wanted to have that connection with the face that I don't have that connection that a face can bring. So I think that's really important when I'm doing content and things like that. I also realized I love creating a character with a backstory. So I feel like with Morrachi, I can really have that freedom to come up with these stories and have a lot of fun with it. And I also grew up with manga and anime, so it just felt like VTuber was the perfect way to go. And I'm thinking as I evolve as a person, so can Morrachi, because she's a living character and Morrachi's story is based on mine, but I'm allowed that creative freedom to do what I want with that story. So just a little bit about that. And then a little bit of crossover that you should know about. The lake house, those are real people in real life, and they also join me on my journeys as Morrachi, so that's kind of cool. You will see them, for example, in Baldur's Gate 3. I've been playing with Michael, Alex, and Dee on this list, so you can follow along. And I'm sure that as time goes on, we will encounter much more of these fine people. All right, here's our next question of the evening. If you had the chance to explore the vastness of space, what celestial wonder or phenomena would be at the top of your list to see? What is your top must-see on your list? All right, if I was to go out into the outer space, I would want to... I would probably want to get as close as I could to some sort of gaseous body and see what that actually looks like, those textures in person. I think that would be kind of fascinating to see a giant gas ball and how it just stays together. So go ahead and enter what you think below. All right, and then here's a little bit of more about Morrachi. Transitioning back over there to her. So currently I am in the works of getting my 2D model worked out. My 2D model is going to be based on this illustration on the left here. Kind of felt like it was a little bit more refined than my 3D character, and I really liked that about her. I'll get a little bit more into why I chose this design, but as my 3D model goes, I decided to have her in a delivery outfit for most of the time. Obviously, I've got my hat, my ears. Those are optional items. I try not to go with just the ears though, because one of the things I wanted to make really clear was that these are not real ears ever. I'm not some like animal person. I am just a person who likes to wear corgi ears for funsies. So I just wanted to make sure that was clear, and most of the time when my character is wearing ears, it's, you know, based on a hat or a pair of headphones, so just a heads up. I'm not a corgi girl. I'm just a lady with a corgi hat on. Okay. So back to this 3D model of mine. It took me a long time to get to where I am currently. When I first started out, I just started with a very straightforward, basic Vroid character. Just the basic girl. And I actually really liked her. I really enjoyed it. It was my first time experimenting with a 3D model and face tracking, and I was very, not bewildered, but just fascinated by how these things worked. So that was really cool. And then eventually I decided, well, I want to have something that's a little bit more unique, and so I decided to get someone to help me with making my own custom character. It didn't stray too far from the main the first character I had. At first, you can see this picture to the second to the left there. This was the first design. Like, the shirt was just so intense. That was one of the things I was like, I have to get that changed. I can't. It's too intense. And so I designed this outfit for the person I was working with to help me make. And they did a really good job. I was really blown away by how they did it, just fascinated. And I really love how the outfit turned out. This is the delivery outfit. So this is just kind of the everyday basic thing that I wear. And then eventually kind of moved into more of like the facial features. At first, the face was a little bit pudgy in my opinion. and a little grumpy looking. Can you see how grumpy I look? Do you see that? Do you see how grumpy I look? I look so grumpy. And I was like, we gotta change that. So I had them base the face more along the lines of the original V-Roid character, and I think they did a very nice job doing that. Going from there, one of the other characteristics that I wanted to make really clear was the eyes. From the beginning, my characters always had white pupils, and I think that's really important to point out, because as I've moved through these different characters and designs, they've always been white. I just really liked that. So one of the biggest changes was making sure those eyes were white in the center. Otherwise, they're brown on the outside for them. Pretty much brown. They can be a little bit orangey from time to time and yellowy, depending on the light. So, okay. Let's go to the next slide. Well, this is where I wanted to get into like the style development. So for first up here, I've got the original design that I wanted Morrachi to be based off of, which was the space delivery girl. She's just very casual. I liked that a lot, and I decided to really go for that with the manga that I've been working on. And one of the things I started to realize was that when it came to making manga, it is extremely time consuming and very expensive to draw in such details. So I decided to just really tone back on that, and being able to have a simpler style is just kind of nice for getting things done a little bit faster. I did have a goal of wanting to get one done a month, but it almost is, it's just for 4 pages even, that's quite a bit. So it's more time consuming than I thought it was going to be. But I love how it's coming along. If you want to see the first chapter of the manga, you can go to my website at morrachi.com, Morrachi. So that is there for you, and also the light novel's there. But before we go on to that, just wanted to talk about the 2D character. And for my 2D character, I really wanted it to be a little bit more complex. And also I had this vision in mind of where I wanted this story and this character to go, and that is, I love the idea of combining Cowboy Bebop and Futurama, which I think is really silly, but for some reason really fun. So with Cowboy Bebop, we've got that little bit more, I would say, elegant anime style. Would you say it's 90s style? Toned back on that quite a bit, but I wanted the story to be fun and lighthearted, like Futurama is as well. And jokey. I love the jokes, like the puns and things. It's just too good. So I've come to this point where for my 2D character, it's going to have a little bit more detail than my manga will, or my 3D character. So there we go. Third question. All right, if you could create your own spaceship AI companion for space travel, what qualities or personality traits would it have? Share your ideas. For me, I would want someone who could talk back. I think that'd be the best quality to have. All right, and then next up, like I had mentioned, I was going to go into the light novel. So with this character, I've been going through creating this deep lore, and finally I've gotten the first 2 chapters of the light novel onto my website. I was able to get it all typed up, go through it a couple times, and I'm just sort of slowly writing these chapters as I come up with them, and I've got all these ideas, and putting them together is entertaining for me. It's different. I never really was a writer in school. I didn't like writing. I wasn't a huge reader either. I obviously read manga. I loved my manga, but reading novels and such wasn't my deal. So it's a little surprising to me that this is going so well. So anyway, chapter 1 and 2 are there along with the manga for the first chapter. Let's see, I think I have some samples of that. Let's see. I might have those a little later, but there is a very short manga to accompany it. It's only 4 pages long for each chapter. Like I mentioned, it's very time consuming and expensive to just make those 4 pages. So anyway, one of the things that I also did and wanted to bring to everybody was to have the ASMR of my channel and the content that contains ASMR, to have my lore also embedded into it. So I made an ASMR series so that it's an opportunity for you to actually join in on the adventure by listening through these. So like the first one, for example, is your first interview with Nozama, and I am going to be interviewing you and asking you questions. You can answer those and listen to that, maybe fall asleep, who knows. After that, you know, there's a second interview and then a secret meeting. And there's going to be so much more to come, especially tomorrow, because I will be doing a huge content release specifically for ASMR stuff tomorrow in the morning and in the evening. So you have to check out my YouTube and get head start on that. Okay, and so one of the things that was really important to me about being a YouTuber was also being able to use my hands. And so one of the pieces of lore that I wanted to include in my story was space static, which is really, really important because this allows for the interdimensional travel between digital ink and the world of flesh. So what I'm saying here is that my VTuber character essentially can transform into my real life self, so that when I am doing my YouTube videos and my content, I can show you all how I do some certain things like crafts, designs, showing you some new things like unboxings, and not be a weird thing, not be out of place, you know. I didn't want to be a gloved YouTuber. I wanted to make it a part of who I am, and I think that it was really important to do this. So, space static, y'all. Space static. All right. Okay. So chapter 1 of the manga, this is what I wanted to show you. I've got the development of how it works. So start off with like very, very, very rough sketches. I do just paneling to figure out where everything's gonna go and just decide like how is this gonna be laid out. And it's all based on the light novels at first. So I'll take the light novel, I'll split it up into 4 sections based on what I think would fit on a page, and then I will draw out the layout of the manga page, and just really, really rough, and figure out where all the text is gonna go, what kind of sound effects I want in there, and then just slowly developing it from there. So obviously we've got a cleaner sketch from there, and then we add more details. Oftentimes make a lot of edits, like adding in different screen tones and cleaning things up, making changes when necessary. So that is the process that I go through. And here's just a little sneak peek of chapter 2. It might be a little look here. I didn't put any of the... most of the body text isn't in here right now, so that'll come later. But it's currently being sketched out. I've got all, obviously the layout here is kind of already in place. But now the rough sketches are gonna come, and then the clean sketches followed by detailing and shading. And then adding, of course, the text. All right, question 4. So, imagine you're me on a mission to a distant star system, and you've encountered a mysterious, uncharted planet. Do you explore boldly, or do you play it safe and continue your original path? Let me know. I would say it really depends on what the star system looks like. I would say, if it's passable, it might be fun to go explore. Curiosity, get the best of you, head on over there. If it obviously looks like it's going to be just an asteroid belt full of horrible traps and situations, then I'm gonna move on, okay? Okay. So, moving on here to the future and beyond. So, for the future development here, I'm thinking that, my character is obviously going to always be changing and developing because, she's a living character. She's not stagnant. Things are going to change. Things like updates to the story are going to change. Updates to clothing. Like I mentioned, I love clothing. And I think that as we move on, you're going to see a whole lot of different outfits and things in the art, in the manga. It's going to be a variety of different outfits. I don't know if that's important to anyone else, but it's important to me. So there you go. All right. And then there'll probably be some minor visual aspects to my character that I'll update, but not too much. I really want to stay consistent with like my hair color and my eye color. But there might be other like tweaks and things here, maybe a couple style changes. I think that it's fine to play around, especially since, like I mentioned, like this is a living character. Also, I'm going to continue improving my content, and I think with time and input from people, that will really help guide where I go and help to make the content better and higher quality. So, all right. Oh, and for my YouTube content, this is what I'm really going to be focusing on mostly for probably the next year here. Is going to be making this YouTube content stronger, better, and higher quality. Some of the things I am currently working on and will be working on are the ASMR story and sound-based videos, where it's mostly just an audio journey that you're following and imagining along with. So there are those. I love doing those. They're actually really fun to make. I've just really enjoyed coming up with like the different ideas and the situations. Those have been really, really fun. Then we have the ASMR Relax and Chill Craft Time. I've done a few of these as well. Some of them are, I'm also thinking of doing like drawings. We'll see where that goes. And then also another idea I've been playing with, and I've done a couple of times, has been the ASMR game playthroughs, where I will go through a game of some kind. Lately it's been Animal Crossing, and it has been Raft, where I will sit there, play some really, really chill, quiet, calm music, and then just do soft speaking through the whole game, and just kind of constantly be talking and rambling while letting that music and also the imagery kind of relax you and take you to dreamland. All right, and then next up, I want to do more VTuber how-tos based on my experience. So this upcoming Thursday, I will be releasing 2 videos that I hope will be helpful to others based on what I've experienced as a YouTuber and just in my life in general as like a project manager, for example. One of those is going to be about goal setting, and let me tell you what, I have had a ton of experience with that. So you'll get a lot out of that one. It's my day-to-day, all day, constantly doing that kind of stuff. So I will also be doing something I'm very passionate about, and that is nail design and stamping. And I'm going to be doing this for everybody. I have a lot of friends, guys, girls, everybody who really they've really liked doing this. And when I first heard about it, I also was like, I don't know, that seems stupid. But then I actually started, I did it. I was like, wow, this is fascinating. This is so cool. And I've just been wanting to share that with people since then. And it's been really, really fun to get my friends together, for example, and doing these little like nail salon parties and doing their nails. Anyway, I'll be showing you how to do cool designs and where I found these cool plates and different art pieces that you can use for that. Okay. And then I also will always be posting my streams and VODs here on the YouTubes. Any kind of, and for the most part, gaming. And then anything like this, like announcements. And I'll possibly be doing more later as well. Those are ideas that I'm kind of playing with. We'll see if there's something that's feasible. But for now, just know that there will probably be more content of different sorts coming. Okay, and then some of the expectations that I wanted to give everyone, just so you all know, is that my main content will be on YouTube, and they will be videos, probably ASMR forward. And I also really love getting into the lore and making those stories, and that manga and those light novels will be on my website for the most part. I'll let you know on YouTube and on Twitter when I release those. Again, I've been trying to do it every month, but it has been a little bit slower than that, slower than I'd planned. So it might be every 2 months is what I think from now on it's going to be. And then I do plan on doing some streaming on YouTube. I'm thinking probably once a week for now. I think that investing more time into the content, the videos is going to be a better option, and I think people will get more enjoyment out of that. And then I would love to do this, but in a year of YouTubing, I would love to grow, and I have big dreams, big aspirations, and like I want to know if maybe I can get to 250k subscribers on YouTube by July. I know those are big goals, big goals, but we shall see. We shall plan, we shall keep planning and trying and continuing to do the best we can. All right. But for now, let's start small. So for my goal for this week, I want to try to reach 1,000 subscribers, because this is a very critical number to start being a YouTuber and getting support for the channel. Until then, I cannot do any kind of monetization. I can't do certain like community things that are only for people who have 1,000 subscribers or more. So it would be really nice to be able to tap into those features. So that's kind of my goal for now. And I'm thinking on Wednesday, yes, Wednesday I'm going to do a follow-a-thon of sorts. So keep your eye out for that. Alrighty. And just so you know, this is going to be the lineup. Like I had mentioned, this is a 5-day debut. Like today's not the only day that I'll be doing this. Today, obviously, I'm doing the official live stream, and I'm also doing a giveaway today as well. All you have to do is go to my video, the Monday giveaway video, and you'll be able to sign up right there. Really easy. All you have to do is just comment, and you'll be entered in, and I will be choosing the winner at random and announcing it tomorrow. Also, tomorrow will be the ASMR all-day content flood. I'll be doing at least 6 videos, so get ready for that. I'm really excited. I'm very excited about that. Wednesday, as I mentioned, doing subs away, mate. We're gonna be doing a follow-thon and just growing. Thursday, going to be doing the life behind VTubing, giving you kind of some ideas as a VTuber on how to set goals and just a few other things that, from my personal life experience, I think would be very, very helpful to apply to VTuber life. And then Friday, I'm planning on having a party that evening, and at that party, I'm going to be doing a $100 giveaway. I'm also going to be revealing my 2D avatar, and that's going to be all live at 6 p.m. I do want to make a note here that the 2D avatar, I will be showing off the design and such. Unfortunately, my rigger, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get that done on time. I don't know. We'll see. They said Thursday. I don't know. We'll see. But definitely we'll still be showing off the model, so that'll be really fun. I also want to let you know that there's actually going to be a giveaway every single day. And I'm going to post on YouTube on my main page every day that YouTube video that you'll need to comment on. And so you'll have, 5 different chances to win prizes. They're all going to be surprise boxes filled with all sorts of different things. And you can I think, let's see, did I post the, I'm going to check and see if I have the prize list. Let's see. Maybe it's the next slide. Nope, it's not. Let's see if I can find it, though. That prize list is going to be definitely on Twitter for sure. And just give me a second. Oh yeah, that's right. Definitely debuting. I can add it here. Looking. I've been doing so much work for this week coming up that I have, just tons of files. So I'm like looking through all of my downloads. I try to keep things pretty neat and tidy, but there's a lot. There's so much. Yep, here we go. I think I found it, y'all. Yeah. Okay, here it is. There it is. Oh, it's huge. Wow. Okay. Make that a little tiny bit smaller. Oh my goodness, it's so big. Okay, so here's the prize list for this upcoming week that you can look forward to. So we've got Monday. That's today, obviously. It's going to be a mystery coloring box. It's going to have a bunch of stuff in there that you can figure out later. We've also got Tuesday, which is going to be the mystery sound box. Wednesdays our art box. Thursday we've got a cozy box, and Friday I just wanted to put it all out there that it is going to be a $100 Amazon gift card. The rules for most of these, all of them, is just going to be to comment and subscribe on the corresponding day. So it's just one day only for each of these, and you can sign up for each and every one of them as we go. So go ahead and do that. It's open right now. I'll be choosing the winner tonight, I believe, at 11 o'clock. Yes, 11 o'clock. And that's going to be Central Time. So go do that. Go do that. Go have fun. Go have fun. All right. Let's see. So for now, that pretty much explains everything. I kind of wanted to keep this a little bit shorter just so that for later on, people can watch this video and enjoy it as well. Be sure to like and subscribe this video and subscribe to my channel. I'm getting used to it all, you know. I would really appreciate that, and it will really help as I grow here. So I appreciate you all coming here and joining me tonight, getting to know me a little bit more, and I hope to get to know you all a little bit more as we go through this journey together. So I hope you all have a really great evening. Have a good night. Enjoy your rest of your day. Goodbye.